No matter how hard we look, Murakumo is nowhere to be found. Hopefully he's jumping in that pool for me. Anyways, welcome back to some more Ley-Line. Where the hell is he?
走っているだけで害はなさそうでしたから無事だとは思うのですが
I don't know, he said he was gonna break a few bones if he jumped off of it, so I wouldn't say he would be uninjured. Yeah. It's Kurodani's dream, so other people shouldn't be getting hurt.
ミストも見つからないね。
Not necessarily.
結構いろんな人の夢にあったけど。
変な気配の人はいなかったのよね。まだミスト使った人には会ってないのかな。どうだろう。ここは広く気配を感じ取りにくいから。
Yeah, I think Tsubaki's right. There's a lot going on in this stream. It's kind of hard to pinpoint who started it and whose dream it is. I feel like there's elements of multiple dreams in here.
それは魔術によって生み出された空間だからでしょうか。かもしれない。ここは確かに普通の夢じゃないんだ。魔法陣のある場所に少し似た魔術的な気配をそこら中に感じる。特に魔力を強く感じる方向はありませんか？
I thought the hot springs had a lot of magic.
それが君たちからもかすかに感じるんだが。
Because it seemed like Tsubaki sensed it there, Adelheid sensed it there, Louis sensed it there. I don't know, was that just a passing comment, or was that supposed to indicate there was something more there?
俺たちから？
それはおそらく香水でしょう。
Yeah, that's true though. We did take that perfume that had magic mixed in. And drugs. And possibly piss. Not too sure about that one though. I mean, I suspect it. Making it hard for Tsubaki-chan to detect other magic.
あのさ、モルフェウスの石だっけ？夢にとらわれた人全員から魔力吸い取ってるって話だったよね。ええ、そうです。だったら使用者だけが大量に吸い取られているわけじゃないなら混沌してるとは限らないかもしれないんじゃないの？
じゃあ使用者はまだ来てないかもしれないってことですか？
どう思いますか？
They could still be awake, or no, they have to be here. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know. I think both could be plausible. I would like to think if they created the dream that they would have to be here, but they also still could be awake, I guess. I'm wondering if maybe they were asleep at some point, then they woke up? I don't know though. No, they have to be here, they could still be awake. Ushio's counting on me to answer this correctly. I'm gonna look it up though, just to make sure, because I have no idea. I don't want to pick the wrong one. Okay, so the guide says they could still be awake. Yeah, I would think, I don't know. I would almost wonder though if they would have to be here since they created the dream, but I guess, yeah, possibly if they didn't have to use so much mana that they kind of passed out or fell asleep, they could still be awake, sure.
そうでしょうか。私はもうここにいると思います。モルフェイスの石の効果は見たい夢を見せることです。そしてここにいたいかという問いに答えたら囚われる。ということは使用者はミストが発動した時点で見たい夢を見ているはずなんです。
Okay, I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I mean, they would have had to have been in the dream in order to activate it, wouldn't they? But I feel like they could have possibly like did that and then woke up. Oh, and of course they answered yes to the question.
ええ、私はそう思います。
けどそれなら真っ先に倒れた人が使用者ってことにならない？
Luko shakes her
最
head.
初私たちの見た夢でも問いかけは漠然としていて起きたらほとんど覚えていないくらいでした。ミストの効果にしては曖昧すぎる。あれは使用者もミストと知らず無意識に発動させてしまったためではないかと。曖昧な命令で 中途半端に発動したような状態だったということ？
It's like almost every mist we've encountered. People give it these vague, weird instructions because they don't understand what they're dealing with, and then we have to deal with the repercussions of it.
そうです。あるいは発動しきっていない状態だったか。最初の被害者の生徒は魔術耐性がなく巻き込まれやすい人だったために。
I see.
いずれにせよ、私たちも自分の意思でとはいえ、すでに取り込まれています。使用者を見つけなければ目覚められないのは同じでしょう。
だったら早く探さないと。
もう少し絞り込める情報ないの？何かないでしょうか。今まで見かけた生徒たちの中で他とは違う雰囲気の夢を見ている人とか。
Is it gonna be freaking Neko?
風呂山地さん？
他とは違うの意味が違います。
I mean, she definitely stands out. I don't know what other way you could mean standing out. That's how Furia is always like anyway.
いつも通りなんだ。
It's very much so normal for her. Well, it's not entirely true. It's close enough.
何か違うこと。他とは違う雰囲気か。
Waki-chan looks around as she says that, as if the actions were infectious. We do the same and watch to trap students in
い
the
ろんな
area.
人いるけど。
The only reason I thought of Neko too, besides her, being crazy, is wasn't there something about that pendant she was wearing? Male student absorbed in polishing a piece of granite, a girl rolling around on a giant donut, a cross-dressing boy for whatever reason. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty common in visual novels and anime.
他人の夢を覗くというのはその罪悪感があるな。
You would say that after seeing the cross-dressing
こ
one.
の際仕方ありません。調査です。
Yes, exactly. Part of the investigation.
あ、吉田さんだ。
Oh, yeah. So obviously, you could think of Kurodani, but I think Sora also was a little bit suspicious because she was younger, right? She was the only person that was really changed as far as I could tell, unless that's kind of like how people were seeing other versions of us earlier, like that weren't us. I mean, that could be the case, but I could see it being Sora, like Sora or apparently Yoshida. Her holding hands with her parents while walking in the park shows up like a mirage.
伊庭さんまだ食べてる。
Besides Yoshida-san, Iba-san chowing down on meat with Hina-san watching her. Why are there so many of Sumi-chan's friends?
ごめん、呼んじゃった。後ろの横断幕からして何があったかわかりますね。あれは黒谷さんだよな。
Even further in the distance is the parade of monsters. The one dancing on top of Nessie is undoubtedly Kurodani.
しーちゃんはいないみたいだね。そうだな。一緒ではないのか。
Actually, why did Kurodani suddenly appear where we were?
そうだね。あれはあれで黒谷さんらしいというか。
Yeah, she just kind of so happens to be there, definitely. Luka suddenly comes to a
もしかし
halt.
たら。どうしたの？わかったかもしれません。
誰？
一人だけ他の人と明らかに違う人です。
I mean, I would say Sora was very clearly different from the others. She was a little girl, right? Is that the right one?
へえ、彼女だけが過去です。
She's the only one who's in the past. Okay, got it.
他の生徒たちはみんな現在の姿なのに、吉田さんだけが子供の姿でしょ？
Yeah, I definitely think she's the one that's most different. Hi, Louie.
どう思います？今の推理。
正しいかどうかはともかく的確ではある。
やはり頭はいいよね。あの人たち。
あ、
I like how they've just kept quiet this entire time. Like, we kind of like see glimpses of them, but they're just kind of like watching in the shadows. Running towards the disappearing Yoshida and her parents, the park hazily comes into view.
追いついた。
意志の力でしょうか。
Yes, my mind is super strong. Do we make it because we desired it strongly enough? Or was it Tsubaki-chan and Sumi-chan's Maggie powers that were...
吉田さん。
Yoshida, hey. Calling out to her, the young girl turns to face us while continuing to hold her parents' hands. That moment, the two figures of her parents fade and vanish into thin air. Well, oof, we just Thanos them. The young Yoshida is taken aback and anxiously looks around.
ママ。パパ。吉田ソアラさんですね。ママ。いいえ、私は獅子型に牛尾ですよ。獅子型に？思い出してください、吉田さん。あなたは天秤瑠璃学園の1年生、吉田ソアラさんでしょ？天秤1年生。
そうだよ吉田さん。ほら、俺たちと同じクラスだろ。
It's me, Koga, remember? It's kind of hard to forget Koga. Just say it's me, the door kicker. It's hard to forget that. Her expression turns from one of confusion into understanding. I like how she was still short there for a second. Her young self wavers and transforms into her present-day self wearing a school uniform. Yoshida seems like she doesn't know what happened to herself, and her eyes restlessly glance down at her body. Yoshida, did you pick up any old-fashioned things recently? Have you gone thrift shopping?
身の回りに見覚えのないアンティークのようなものが急に現れたなどということはなかったですか？
Were you listening to Macklemore and got inspired?
アンティーク。もしかしてこれですか？
She fumbles around her neck and pulls out a chain.
それです。それはどこに？それが知らないうちに寮の机の上に置いてあったんです。
Didn't Neko have a pendant though that she was holding on to too?
誰がくれたのかわからないけど、見てるうちにどうしても身につけてみたくなって、それで。ミストの魔力でしょうね。ミスト？何それ、怖いものですか？いいえ、大丈夫ですよ。夢？そっか、これ夢なんだ。だからパパたちの顔思い出せないのかな。
Oof. What happened in your past? Then to think of it, her parents were lit from behind and we couldn't see their faces.
吉田さん、家に帰りたいの？
なんかね、最近すごくパパとママのことが懐かしくなっちゃって。一人っ子だったし、寮生活で家を出るなんて初めてだったからかな。でも帰りたいってほどじゃないよ。
Only child gang, rise up.
そうですか。それでご両親の夢を見ていたのですね。
You were asked if you wanted to stay like this, right?
聞かれた。パパとママともう少しいたいなと思ってって言ったんだけど、でもパパもママも顔がよく見えなかったんだ。
The backlight affected not only us, but Yoshida herself as well.
もしかしてこのパパとママは違うパパとママなのかなって思って探して歩いて、でもやっぱり最初のパパとママで会ってるみたいだなって戻ってきたの。
As she says that, she looks around the park.
なくなっちゃった。夢ですから。もうじき目が覚める時間です。そっか。
Starts fidgeting with the pendant around her neck, perhaps unconsciously. Yoshida will need to take that pendant back from you.
ごめん、勝手につけちゃって。なんで急につけてみようなんて思ったんだろう。
You know, curiosity gets the best of us. Tilting her head in confusion, she unfastens the pendant and hands it to me. Give the pendant to Ushi or asks her if she's okay. mean, I would like to give the pendant to Ushio, but I'd also like to ask if she's okay. Can I do both? I'm asking if you're okay.
寂しいけど夢なんだもんね。大丈夫。起きたらマーヤちゃんだっているし。
I see. Give the pendant I received to Muko. Counting on you.
了解です。さあ、帰りましょう。しーちゃん見つからなかったけど、大丈夫だよね。ああ、夢から覚めるだけだから大丈夫だろう。
Hmm.
もう朝になるの？
I really want to know what was going on with him last episode, so he's making that contract and all that.
そうだよ。もう朝だよ。
Quite interesting, it just kind of happened. Muko takes out a talisman and performs the usual ritual for sealing a mist.
獅子型に牛尾が我が血と言霊とともに古き名約の札にて命じる。時を止めよ。
The words of the all too familiar chant resound and the talisman envelops the pendant. The scenery rapidly becomes blurred, melting away as the dream world disappears. I see nothing but white.
パパ、ママ。
Yoshida's lonely voice echoes in the distance. Well, that's kind of sad. It seems like she's really, like, homesick, you know? She just wants to, like, see her parents again, and it feels like maybe she's not gonna have the opportunity to anytime soon. Ruggedly open my eyes and see a familiar ceiling. Back in my own dorm room. We woke from the dream without incident. What time is it? Ugh. That's what I say in the afternoon, and I'm like, snooze. hit my alarm, snooze again. Well into the afternoon. I overslept. No, it's probably because we spent all that time wandering around in the dream world. Getting up as I tell myself that I changed into my school uniform.
Michi! 起きてる?
Yes, I am. I'm in.
おはよ
Can you go back to being a girl? Like, I'm sorry. I know that's the first thing I'm asking you as soon as I see you out of the dream, but it was good. Great. Way past morning, you know.
う。だね。
He forces a laugh and then turns serious. What's
う
wrong?
ん。あのさ、吉田さん、寂しいのかな？
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. I could hear her voice right before I woke up. It sounded like a child crying. Well, she's been away from her parents
ホ
for
ー
a
ムシッ
while.
クっていうやつ？
Yeah, but it happened to anyone, having to stay this deep in the mountains by
そう
yourself.
だね。
What about you?
Eh?
Are you feeling lonely? He's missing being a girl. Like, see, he wants to do it. He wants to go back, okay? He wants to be who he truly is. Stares at me blankly, hearing something he wasn't expecting. Okay, I know I'm projecting, okay? I just want him to be what I want him to be, because, you know, it was much better looking at girl Amaru than boy Amaru. But, you know, I digress.
うん。今は楽しいから。
Well, good. I'm glad you're having a good time. I've tried to be nicer to Amaru. I used to kind of make fun of him a little bit, and I actually think that he's pretty capable when he wants to be.
ミッチーは？
They seem like the kind of person who'd get homesick to you.
全然。
Why, could you have answered any quicker?
寂しいの？
No, as if I have the time to. Every day is a whole new adventure. I've gotten so used to it recently that I'm starting to feel right at home. We're having this brief lull, you know, and then something big's gonna happen. Hopefully. Heading to school, I see that it's already lunchtime. Wondering what happened to the pendant, Amaru and I walk to the basement, find that Muko and Murokuma are already there.
この通り、ちゃんと持っていました。
よかった。夢の中に置いてきちゃったらどうしようかと。
Turns out that it was right in Muko's hands when she woke up. Where were you this entire time, Shizuka-chan?
うるせえな。化け物に押し流された後、目が覚めちまったんだよ。
Really? Okay, he's just not gonna talk about what happened to him.
大変でしたね。
リトさん、ミストを回収してきました。
Jessica, I have to scold you though, because I feel like you're someone who keeps these weird secrets about things when you could just tell everybody and you could have a help with that. I just don't know. That's a good idea to be keeping a secret like that. During our light-hearted bickering, Muko calls out to
ご
Rito.
苦労様。宝物庫に返しに行くわ。
そういえば今更なんですけど、宝物庫ってどんなとこなんですか？
見る？
いいんですか？
別に構わないわよ。見るだけなら。
I'm to think about we've never seen it before, huh?
中は見えませんよ。結界がありますから。
Follow Rito on our field trip to the treasury. Ooh, our first school field trip.
これが宝物庫。
That looks like a black hole. Passing through a door hidden deep within the library, we enter a dreary room. A large hole in the far wall, but it's impossible to see inside.
へえ、本当だ。中見えないね。
I'm gonna call it right now. There's more to this. I think with the things getting loose, I know it had something to do with the statue and stuff. I think there's a hidden element to this. I suspect it because we can't see inside. So I feel like it might go somewhere other than where we actually think it does. Maro tries to peer inside, but he falls backwards, almost as if something struck him.
近づきすぎると結界に弾かれます。この宝物庫には人は入れないようになっているので。
I got it. Okay, this just gave it all away. I got a 200 IQ play right here. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you guys. The principal is able to get things out of here. Okay. Now you may be thinking, how does the principal get things out of here? Does she use the key? No, it's not the key. The Ermine. Yes, the Ermine. It says humans are unable to enter the treasury. The Ermine could though. So the Ermine goes in there, it grabs something out of the treasury, makes it, cause havoc, and that's kind of like how she's building up the main characters to become stronger, become smarter. Yeah, it's all coming together. It's all part of her plan. That's why she seems evil, because she kind of is. As in, she's making us do more work than we need to do, but she's making our school life more exciting, and she's building us up for some big event. Maybe there's some big villain we have to face, and we have to become, like, better magic users, or we just have to figure out how to get around magic better. I got it all figured out, guys. Come on, easy. Like, I already figured this out so quick.
もうちょっと早めに行って。
How'd you put it back inside?
こうやって。
Is she gonna throw it? She stands before it, prefers the pendant, which begins to float upwards. Oh, I would have thought it was funny if she just threw it in. Like, I don't know where it goes. It just goes in there and I threw it. Faye releases a bright light and brings the pendant inside. Magical. Oh, and it doesn't even show this on the screen. It just shows a black screen for you guys. Sorry.
へえ、持ってってくれるんだ。
Is that it?
一見落着です。眠ったままだった生徒もみんな目を覚ましたそうですし。
ただ夢の中でのことはみんなあまり覚えてないってさ。
So the dream we had at the beginning that we remember really well is because of the mist,
で
huh?
しょうね。夢は本来儚いものですから。
Shizuko, why were you thinking about that so much? Hey! Hearing somebody's voice call out to me, my slumbering consciousness is stirred.
聞こえる？
Ooh. When I open my eyes, I can see the glowing figure from my dream.
お前封印されたんじゃねえのかよ。
Just this afternoon, I witnessed the pendant being returned to the treasure with my own 2 eyes. Why is it still here?
え
Points to the mark in my hand.
この夢はずっと続くよ。
あ
I'm trying to think if there's any symbolism in that symbol. Not that I can tell. I mean, nothing sticks out to me. It'll still continue even after the mist is sealed, as I stare at the back of my hand and ask me in an apologetic tone.
怖くなった。
怖くねえよ。
本当よかった。
His voice is tinged with embarrassment, and it shows an expression of relief. Really throwing me for a loop here.
ああ、夕べの約束、信用できそうだ。
One damn powerful mist, that's for sure. Justinforsure. I can't feel it draining any of my mana away.
だるくなったような感覚はないしな。
Which means that the mist isn't in operation. Maybe what happens in my dream doesn't affect reality.
夢くらい、いくらでも付き合ってやるよ。
そう、ありがとう。頼りにしてる。あなたの名前は？
村雲静香。お前は？
He doesn't respond and looks back at me quizzically. Does not understand the concept of a
確
name.
か、モルフェウスの石とか言ったな。モルフィーとかでいいか？
かわいいね。うん。それでいいよ。
So I saw one of y'all commented about, apparently her voice is familiar to one we heard at the start of the game. I'd have to go back and really listen to that, but I just wanted to point that out for anybody who might remember that. So she's gonna be probably showing up a little bit more. I'm assuming there's gonna be maybe a case that involves her or something. Maybe some kind of thing that flows into the mystery of the school. So Peace returned to the school once more. I'm sure it'll be gone in a few days again anyways. Thank goodness I'm not the only one thinking that. Our visitors are still here after all. Oh, I want to know what their thoughts were about everything that happened. They clearly noticed, you know, things, and I was curious what they kind of got out of it. Well, if I had to choose, the butler's probably the worst of the two. What do you mean? The butler's the best! I love Louis. Arriving at the bureau, I see that Murakuma is the only one here. Seems awfully tired and lets out a huge yawn. Didn't get enough sleep last
いや、
night.
ちゃんと寝てるけど。
Rubs his eyes as he says that. For some reason, he's staring at his hand with a grave expression on his face. Scar. I noticed a mark of some kind in the back of his hand near his wrist. Something the matter.
別に。
Puts his hands behind his head and closes his eyes, signaling that he's not in the mood for a friendly chat. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Seems the same as usual. I'm sure he's just grumpy from the lack of sleep. I wonder if Shizuka is like, what his reasoning is for not telling us about it. Ooh, to the next episode of Ley-Line. I'm just curious. Is he hiding it from us for any particular reason?
もしもし、お母さん？
I just wonder
葵だよ。
wonder if he doesn't trust us. But I'll end my thoughts there on that. I'm sure we'll see more soon. Oh, you're calling your parents.
ティーちゃんのことだけどね。きちんとお庭にお墓を作ってあげましたよ。葵ちゃんの好きな花を周りにたくさん植えてあげたから、きっと寂しくないはずよ。
Oh, did your cat die?
そっか。お花見るの好きだったから、ピーちゃん。
元気出してね、葵ちゃん。
ありがとう、お母さん。ピーちゃん。
New character alert.
ありがとね。
They're always girls, every
長
single
生
time.
きしてくれて。でも、寂しいよ。そばにいてほしいよ。ずっと一緒にいたいって思っちゃ
Oh,
いけない
please.
のかな。
Please don't let there be a resurrection mist.
寂しいよ、ピーちゃん。大好きだよ。何これ。
Oh gosh, is her dead pet gonna come out of this? Please don't let that be the case.
何このトランク。いつの間に。
I don't know. Like I've lost a pet, so like I know how that feels. It's really hard, right? Like it's just hard for anybody if you were close to them. But it's just like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with necromancy in this game.
なんだろう。
Episode 3. All right, let's get into it. I have no idea how many episodes there is, though. Y'all were asking me if I wanted to know who the romantic interests
ミッ
are.
チー、今から分室行くんだよね。
Yeah, I'll probably head over to the bureau. That's kind of my job. But yeah, I don't even know who the romance interests are. I occasionally look up like the next answer, you know, when I'm like at that point where I need to kind of make a decision. I don't know if I'm really following that though. I don't know what route that's leading me into. I probably need to be going into whatever the first girl's route is. I just don't even know who the first girl is. I have no idea who the romantic interests are. I'm assuming Ushio. I'm assuming Adelheid, and I don't know who the third one's gonna be. No idea. It might be the chairwoman. I hope not, but it might be her. What about
俺
it?
も一緒に行っていいかな。
Why do you even need to ask? It's not like this is the first time we walked together.
まあ、そうなんだけどね。
I'm assuming he wants to talk to us about something if he's asking. It's been a few days since the whole dream incident. And what seems like a complex turn of events, we finally had some time to relax. Airing out moldy books listening to Muko's opinions on tea, it's really been quite peaceful. That being said, what's the matter, Amaru? You've got a weird look on your face.
微妙って一体どんな？
Means you got a weird look on your face. Something on your mind, isn't there?
確かにそうかも。
You want to go back to the pool? Asking what it is.
さ、やっぱりあの人たち今日もいるよね。
Yeah, of course. They're here like every day until they get back to your grandmother's thing. The mist.
だよね。
Referring to the girl and her butler. The boisterous pair are still making themselves right at home here. On top of that, they frequently visit the library, which means that we're more than likely to run into them, since that's where the bureau is. You can't handle being around them?
いやいやいや、苦手とかじゃなくてね。まだうまく心通わせられないっていうか、大丈夫かなみたいな感じで。
I mean, I understand that. I feel like Kotaro maybe clashes with their personalities a little bit. I think he's more like kind of quiet and shy and reserved, and they're very outgoing and loud.
話しちゃいけないこともあるし、俺口を滑らせないかなってちょっと心配なんだ。
Basically, you can't handle being around
違う
them.
よ。
Doesn't change the fact that we have to head to the bureau anyway, so let's just get going. I mean, I don't see any problem with Kotaro. I trust him.
だから会いたくないってつもりじゃないんだってば。
I don't know, why is he all of a sudden feeling this way?
あ、
あら、ごきげんよう。
Maybe he's intimidated because she shows so much cleavage.
ごきげんよう。
Speak of the devil and he doth appear.
今日もお仕事かしら？勤勉ですこと。
Not sure how you can really call it work. We'll just be doing random stuff if there's nothing happening
何
again.
もないのですか？それはちょっと面白くないのではありませんか？
This is like the visual novel's way of saying, oh, we have a little lull in the story here? Well, something's about to come up.
何もない方がいいんですよ。だってその方が平穏じゃないですか。
Yeah, but peaceful's not fun. It's not entertaining.
平穏とは裏返せば退屈と同じ意味だと思いますけれど。ねえ、そう思うでしょ、ルイ。
I agree. I mean, what would it be like if you just went through every day and it's kind of monotonous? You kind of know what's gonna happen. There's not really anything exciting going on. Nothing, you know, controversial or anything, you know? It'd be kind of boring. I mean, it's definitely nice to have a few more, like, easy days, more chill days, but I think life would be really boring if every day was just super chill and super easy.
違うの？
いや、
Yeah.
ルイ、ちゃんと聞いてるの？
9。
9. He's completely focused on the book in his hands. As a result, his responses to his mistress are half-hearted. Can't comprehend the relationship these two have at times. You guys come here pretty frequently, huh? Why are you reading so intently? I have no idea. We're gonna go with the purse. Maybe I should just stop looking it up. I'll just let whatever happens happen, I guess.
あら、
Raises her eyebrows when I
し
ask
ょっ
that.
ちゅうとは何度もという意味でお使い？
Yes, generally. It means it's pretty consistently, I would say. Pretty consistently here.
確かに私は何度もここに顔を出しています。よく見てらっしゃるのね。
Like, good on you for noticing that. I'm like, it's kind of hard not to notice. What are you implying? I pass by here every day, so of course I'd
まあ
notice.
まあまあまあ、二人とも落ち着いて。
Calm down. We're not even. What?
ここの蔵書はとても魅力的だわ。一晩中だっていたいくらいに。
Bookworm, huh? Why not stay here overnight
それ
then?
もいい案だわ。ねえ、ルイ、今の聞いていた？
Clearly not. Yeah. 9. I don't know what he's reading, but everything's going in one ear and out the other. Had my suspicion for a while, but isn't this butler quite extraordinary? Maybe I should be addressing him with an honorific. Yes. Let's call him. Should we call him Louis-san or Louis-sama? Never mind. Just Louis is fine. Anything would be more would be a hassle.
一つお伺いしたいのですが、
ええ、どうぞ。
この本を持ち出すことは可能ですか？
I feel like these two right here would be besties. Like, these two would get along really well.
いいえ、それはできないわ。
わかりました。
Face shows a rare expression of gloominess and he returns from reading his thick book. He's sad about it.
だろうな。
Why is he so much more passionate about this than his mistress? In the end, I never figured out what it is that he's reading.
ミッチ、そろそろ分室の方へ行こうか。
Yeah, you're right.
これに関連する書籍は他にもありますか？
あっちの奥の棚にもあるわよ。
ダンケ。
I'm guessing that means thank you? Danke?
ここは本当に魔導書の宝庫ね。一体どうやって集めたのやら。
It's very interesting, though, that we have a library that has, like, so much rare and fascinating material, but you're not allowed to check it out. I mean, I understand the reasoning for that, right? You wouldn't want to lose it. It's just very interesting to have the concept of a library you can't take things from.
ねえ、聞いてるの？
いや
もう、さっきから何にそんなにご執心？見せてちょうだい。ルイ、こんなものに興味が？
Oh, my. He's reading the good stuff. Okay.
ああ、大いにね。
Interesting, interesting. He's reading the smut. He's reading the hentai. Ah, you're already here. Muko and Murakumo are already seated on the sofa. Murakumo is sitting there looking bored while Muko is reading a paperback. Doesn't seem like anything's happened today either.
あ、村雲先輩、石尾さん、こんにちは。
I know I've said this before, but can I just reiterate that I'm really glad that Shizuka is a member of the Bureau now? I think it's much more interesting having him here.
いつもより遅いじゃねえか。何かあったのか？
あ、そうじゃないです。図書館で。
あいつら、まだ図書館にいるのか？
If you mean the girl and her butler, then yeah. Yeah.
今度は何を調べているんでしょうね。
They're researching the good stuff.
ええ、大いに気になりますね。
They're looking into the numbers. She furrows her brow as she thinks about something. Probably about what books those two are
何の
reading.
ためにあの本を読んでいるのか。
What, Muko? You already
え
knew.
え、さっきちらっとルイさんが読んでいる本を見ました。あれはマギエが刺激する使い魔やホムンクルスに関する本ですね。
Interesting. Okay. Sounds like a weird hentai to me, but sure.
ホムンクルス？
Murakumo leans forward, his interest piqued by Muko's words. On the other hand, Amara's face looks like he's prepared to be freaked out again.
それって顔に縫い目があって、ああ、 とか言って襲ってくるやつ？
Kind of like what you look like right now. That's Frankenstein, you dolt.
あれ？違う？
思いっきり違う。あれは死体をくっつけて作ったやつのことだろ。てか、小説かなんかの話じゃねえか。
Ironic talking about a novel in a novel.
そうなんだ。襲ってこないんだ。ならよかった。
では古賀くん、ホムンクルスとは何か？
Of course. Yeah, totally. Homunculus. Homunculus. The word just inspires eerie images of laboratories and test tubes. How do you make them? For what purpose? Why would you even bother?
解説が必要ですか？
Your arrogance for showing, Muko.
いいえ、それほどでも。
教えてください。なんだか気になってきたよね、ミッチー。
Sure. Must have been really relieved. His eyes are sparkling and he rushes right up to Muko. Setting aside her attitude, I can't say I'm not interested. Not only about what they are, but why those two guests are reading up on them.
ホムンクルスは人工生命体、もしくはその人工生命体を作り出す技術のことを指しています。一般的な分類で言うと、錬金術。
So, I'm not gonna say I've really seen a lot of Full Metal Alchemist, but I have seen, you know, so many episodes, right? I know what happens when you mess with alchemy when it refers to real people or to real living things. Let's just go with that. I remember a certain girl and a dog, and that turned out great. So I don't know if I want to mess with this.
先ほどカラスマくんが言っていたフランケンシュタインと違うのは、ホムンクルスはさまざまな材料を組み合わせて生み出すということでしょう。まあ、フランケンシュタインはフィクションですが。
え？ということは人間を作り出せるの？
違います。そこはあくまでも人工生命体。知能はあっても人間ではありませんし、書物を見る限り大体が小さい生き物。そうですね。人形くらいの生き物しか作れないそうです。
Can you really make one from just reading about
常識
it?
的に考えて、まず無理でしょう。
無理なのか？なんで？
魔力が足りません。私の知る限り、ホムンクルス生成に必要な魔力は相当なもののはずですから。と言っても、マギエならば可能かもしれません。
The atmosphere grows tense, possible for a Maggie. The significance of that makes us all wince. Knock comes from nowhere and a door appears. One, from using the key of Yennis. I thought I'd gotten used to it, but it's still surprising when I'm not expecting it.
やあ、みんな揃ってるな。
We're all here. Kind of. Tsubaki-chan shows up from the other side. She rings with her a beaming smile and an aromatic fragrance of tea.
スミちゃんが一緒にお茶でもって。忙しくなければよかったらどうかな。
昼の生徒はもう帰っちゃってるでしょうし、少しくらいなら大丈夫ですよね、牛尾さん。
へ、いい香りですね。いただきましょう。
Ushio's just like having this really in-depth conversation. Then all of a sudden, tea? Tea? I'll take you up on that. Seems that the door connects to Sumi-chan's room. We can always discuss this, I guess, more over tea.
スミちゃん、みんなを呼んできたよ。いらっしゃい。お茶の時間の始まり。
なんだか
Tea
とってもいい
party.
匂いがしますね。
そうなの。ちょっと素敵な葉っぱが手に入ったんだ。姫ちゃん、カップのセッティング一緒にお願い。わかった。
Two girls place teacups before us and in no time at all carefully pour each of us a cup. As Muko mentioned before, it gives off a nice, slightly fruity scent. Wholesome CG! This is delicious. It's not as sweet as I thought it'd be. Oh, look at everybody. It looks so nice. Interesting. I noticed Shizuka is kind of deep in thought. He's kind of... I don't know. It feels like he's a little bit distanced from the group right now with everything that's going on. Obviously, he's standing behind Sumi. You know, he's protective of her, and I mean, it just makes sense that he'd be right there, but he also kind of has this air of kind of watching over everybody. Like he's got something else on his mind, per se. Sumi, of course, enjoying her tea. Tsubaki, I think, just enjoys having the tea and sweets with Sumi. Muko, wholesome, though. Look at that. She's, like, so happy right now. Amaru's just kind of looking to see what kind of macaroon he wants. And then Koga looks just completely disinterested. He's just like, oh, tea, macaroons. Okay, whatever. Cute CG, though. I really like it. I really do. Good. Alright, we'll continue on here.
おや古賀くんでもさすがにわかりますか
I don't want to hear that from someone who always puts heaps of sugar in her tea. Brings her cup to her mouth as she heaves a big sigh, showing her disagreement. She must really like this tea.
ここんとこ何も問題なくて暇だよな。
でも特殊事案調査分室の出番がないというのは平和でいいじゃないか。
まあそうなんですけどね。
Alright, my phone's going off. One way to
獅
look
子
at
型
it.
にさ、おかわりどうぞ。ありがとうございます。本当に美味しい。徳さのみんながいつまでも暇だったら、こうしてずっとお茶会できるな。
Tea party every day, huh? That doesn't sound bad, though. I think it'd get boring quick. At this point, we wouldn't be the Bureau for the Investigation of Special Affairs. We'd be more than nothing more than a club. Come to think of it, who was in the Bureau before you, Muko?
特査分室は20年ほど前に一度途切れてなくなっています。
え、そうなの？
20年前。確か20年前といえば大きな火事か事故だったかがあって校舎が改修されたんじゃなかったかな。
I'm waiting for this to like be explained because they keep mentioning it. We've kind of had it in passing and we've kind of used it for like certain investigations and stuff like that, right? But I think there's more to it than that. I wonder if it was to hide something or if it was done maliciously by somebody trying to attack the school. I don't know yet. Muko nods silently. Rito mentioned it before too, I think.
でもこの学園は20年ほど前に一度大きな事故があって建て替えられているの。
I just want to know, was it an accident or was it an incident? 20 years ago, the Bureau was abolished because of a fire. That much is true, but...
じゃあ獅子ヶ谷さんが入学した時にいきなり復活したの？私が学園長に頼んで。
The one line seemed to change the whole atmosphere. Everyone keeps their mouth shut, waiting for Muko to continue. Normally I'd ask why nobody's saying anything, but this time I can't. I have an idea as to why she revived it. That reason is not to be taken lightly by anyone other than herself. I thought that she'd end the silence with another heavy sigh, but not this time. Muko stares at her cup of tea as words spill from her
私の
mouth.
友人である花立睦月という子がこの学園に入学しましたが、ある日、
Oh.
突然連絡が途絶えたのです。
So she's just saying this. Okay. I don't think we've ever heard her, you know, her last name before.
たった一人の大事な親友です。
The first to react to the two former disciplinary committee members.
獅子型にお前花立てのことを知ってたのか？
As I thought she's never mentioned this to anyone other than Amaro and myself, this is all news to them. Muko nods and continues talking. Nobody is able to interrupt. We'll quietly listen to her
私が
story.
この学園へやってきた理由はただ一つ。睦月を探すため。けれど、ここは夜は寮から出られない。そんなことではいつまで経っても睦月を見つけることは不可能です。
そうだったのか。
確かに獅子ヶ谷さんが転校してきたのは花立さんがいなくなってからだった。でもダメでした。他に自由にこの学園を出歩く術はないかと調べた結果、20年前に廃止になった特殊事案調査分室に行き着いたというわけです。
Wow, I didn't think we'd suddenly get Ushio backstory at a tea party. This game certainly likes to drop like important information at like the strangest times. I mean, I'm grateful for it. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just not the place I would think, you know? Not the situation I would have planned for it. Interesting. Okay. So she pretty much started up the Bureau of Investigation of Special Affairs just so she could have more freedom and more power to kind of be around during different times. Looks away for a moment as if to catch her breath. Is she thinking back to then? I'll never know the answer to that.
そこで特査分室がどんな機構だったのかを調べ、なぜこの部署はなくなったままなのかと学園長を問い詰めたところ、よかろうなら君がやりたまえ。何ですか、古賀くん。
No, your impression was just too good. I didn't know you had that
モ
skill.
ノマネではありません。あくまで忠実にお話ししたまでです。
ごめん。俺も
Even Kotaro was laughing. Does sound like something the principal would say, though. I'm wondering if she got tired of your persistence or if she would just want a convenient place to shovel the troublesome
学園
tasks.
長のことですから後者な気もしますが、この際私にとっても都合は良かったので構いません。
Yeah, but I think it's also a way to keep an eye on her. I think that's kind of what's going on here. We're laughing, but it seems that Muko doesn't understand why. She tilts her head puzzled, but it's fine this way.
ミブさんと村雲くんはムツキとは面識がありましたか？
彼女なら学園長から特別に許可をもらって地下の図書館に出入りしていたからよく覚えている。
Use the library as she pleased. I think we should talk to Rito then.
いなくなった時に俺ら風紀委員も捜索に参加したしな。結局何もつかめなかったけどよ。
その際何か変わったことや気づいたことは？
いや、寮の部屋からある日忽然と姿を消したということしかわからなかった。彼女のことはあの時風紀委員をしていたものなら皆心残りだと思っているはずだ。
そうですか。
獅子ヶ谷さんにとって本当に大切なんだね。
はい。
わかるよ。大切なもののために必死になること。お友達早く見つかるといいね。
見つけます。必ず。
I'll help you look for Sumi-chan and Tsubaki-chan will help out, right? Oh, we're gonna help. Why would we delegate it to them? We'll help you look, so I'm sure we'll find her.
そうだよ。だって俺たちも特査分室のメンバーなんだから。
そうですね。
Ah, you're being honest for once. You'd be cuter if you were always like that.
はい。何を根拠にしてそんなことを口走るんですか？
Statistical evidence.
ほう。詳しく検証しましょうか。
まあ二人とも落ち着いて。
Oh, come on. Why does everyone stop them when they start, like, talking like that? Just let them figure it out. Like, they're not really fighting. They're just kind of, I don't know, teasing each other, I guess.
ほら、獅子ヶ谷さん、もう一杯お茶どうぞ。
Geez, Tsubaki-chan and Sumi-chan's teamwork never ceases to amaze me.
でも、人を探してるんだったら、この鍵使えないの？
Based on the key that's hanging from her neck, it's true that the key of Yanis can create a door to someone you want to see,
Yeah.
but
それはもう試してみたのですが、失敗してしまいました。
yeah, and I think I remember it. Either they're in a place that it can't reach, or they're not alive. Something like that. Words are more mumbled than usual. It's like she's trying to express her own feelings, and she doesn't know what to do. Can't blame her though. The result also makes the worst case scenario a possibility.
ここは分室？
Okay, what's wrong?
まさか君は？
牛尾さん、どうしたの？
以前あれを分室の扉で試しに使ってみた時のことです。友人のいる場所へその場にいた3人は誰も探している人物ではありませんでした。
どこにもつながらず、そのまま扉が開いただけではないかしら。無効になる条件は、ヤヌスの鍵でもつながらない特別な何かで守られた場所にいる場合。
ムツキはヤヌスの鍵では見つからないどこかに。
Oh, he doesn't want to make us worry. She deliberately didn't bring up what Rita told us. Why did I know about it since we were there at the time, but we keep quiet as well to respect her wishes? Didn't it fail the last time we were looking for the principal? Maybe it's in the same place.
ああ、そうだよね。他にも謎の空間とかありそうだし。
なら学園長に協力してもらうのが一番かもしれないね。
I really think she should have tested the key again. So if it took you to that room, test, did it really take me to this room because she's here, or did I really open the door? I really wish people would do more like due diligence like that, like test it out multiple times. I understand you only have so much mana, so you need to be careful with that. Certain people can only use it maybe once, certain people can use it like 8 times. But you should have like gone to a different door and tested and saw if it actually took you there, and then figure out what the implications of that actually are.
学園長にはまだムツキを探していることは話していないのです。
I mean, you definitely could go to the principal. The principal it's a mixed bag whether you're actually going to get any information out of her, so it's almost maybe not worth doing that. Luko responds cautiously, trying to keep all possibilities open. 'Cause, yeah, I think the principal, even if she knew anything, would probably cover it up anyways. Perhaps she doesn't trust the principal. And I don't blame her for not trusting the principal. There's a lot of reasons not to. Perhaps she thinks the principal knows where Mutsuki is. One wrong step and we can make things worse after all.
学園長って何考えてるのかわかんねえからな。それこそミストで無理やり聞き出すくらいじゃねえと。
Wow, that's crazy. It's almost like she tried to do that exact thing.
コルース・アルブスのことですか？
Corvus Albus is a mist that we had to deal with before. Quite powerful and allows the user to force someone to answer any questions truthfully, but can't use that anymore. It's limited to 3 per target.
すまん。
Roku might already asked the principal 3 questions. Oh yeah, he did. That's right. That's right. Not that they were wasted or anything. He's surprisingly sad about it, and he's looking down at the floor.
気にしないでください。事情を知っていたわけではないのですから。ねえ、じゃあさ、姫ちゃんに聞いてもらえばいいんじゃない？姫ちゃん、嘘をついてるかどうか見破るの得意だし。
そうか。それいい案だな。
いや、それは無理だと思う。
They'll grow wide-eyed, except for
学
Muko.
園長の嘘はおそらくだが私にはわからない。
It's hard to tell what the principal's thinking at all.
そんなに手強いのか。
手強いというか、時折あの人の会話は何かをはぐらかしてるようだ。
I'm
それ
guessing.
が嘘なのかどうかというのがわからない。本当のことなのかもしれないし、嘘かもしれない。その辺が不思議とわからない感じだな。
I'm guessing kind of what Tsubaki's saying is that the principal answers questions in a way that dodges it, right? So she dodges it by telling a truth that doesn't really answer your original question, right? Like you're not necessarily lying, you're just saying it in a way that is truthful but isn't necessarily the whole truth, right? You're being pretty deceptive in it.
学園長。
Because I think one of the best ways to tell a lie is not just to tell a straight up lie, it's to tell a lie that's mixed with the truth. So that when you hear it, your brain's gonna say, oh, well, that's true, so the rest of it must be true, right? You need to feed just enough truth in there to make the lie seem believable. And I'm guessing the principal is a master of doing that. Or she just laughs. You know, that's how she gets out of questions. Oh, that's an interesting question. Ha 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 ha. That's what the principal does. Baki-chan forces a laugh to apologize. Principal is one tough nut to crack. I'm sure Ruka knows that best, though. I wonder if there's going to be a principal route. If there's not, there needs to be. I'm throwing that out right now. It can't help but be much more serious about this than all of us. As a result, her mind seems to have been elsewhere for the last little while.
おや、もうこんな時間だ。そろそろ夜がやってくるな。
私たちも分室へ戻りましょう。
Thanks for the tea,
すっ
Sumi-chan.
ごく美味しかったです。
それはよかった。またしようね。 忘れるとこだった。しんちゃんは残って。
お？
ベッドの下の掃除したいから動かすのを手伝ってくれない？
わかった。じゃあ俺後から行くから。
ではお先に失礼します。
Interesting. I wonder if he's gonna try to do something with that.
あのお茶美味しかったな。
Causing trouble already.
ごめんなさい。
Maro's outstretched arms hit a pile of boxes of books and they come tumbling down. They fall like dominoes, causing books in the back to fall too.
議論するよりも片付ける方が早い。
そうだよね。俺奥の方で崩れたとこ見てくる。
He apologetically runs over there. Nuke and I begin picking up the books lying within our reach. About your friend Mitsuki.
はい。
You sure have matured to talk about her in front of
丸く
everyone.
なったとは。
You always used to avoid talking about it. Stops picking up books and looks up. Straightening up, she turns
ミ
to
ブさん
face
の
me.
能力を考えると話しておいた方が得策だと思っただけです。目的を果たすためより有益になるべきでしょ。
Sure, that's true, but I think in some way you have kind of emotionally matured enough to kind of face that and start wanting to involve others to help you find her. That's not all, is
それ
it?
以外に何かありますか？
Not denying that what she said isn't a good reason. Tsubaki-chan can tell when people are lying. She'll definitely be a big help. However, I'm sure that there's more to it.
君は何も話さないのですか？
About
君
what?
が古賀みちるの名前を語っているだけの偽物だということを。
You know, I got my secrets, you got yours. Stare straight at me. I can tell what she wants to say. But I wanted to ask her, almost like I'm looking in the mirror. Don't you trust everyone else? Mari's asking me the question I couldn't say out loud. Several words well up from my chest, but none of them are able to properly express my feelings on the matter. I just don't want them to know.
嘘をついていることを。
Slowly shake my head. Not that.
嘘をつくことには何の干渉もないということですか？
Of course I do, and it's not that I don't trust them, but I hesitate to say this even now. Michiru is afraid of those powers. I think it would be best for Michiru to be and remain a normal kid. I want to keep it a secret that Michiru is a Magi. I don't want anyone to
そ
know.
れが君が本当のことを話さない理由。
I nod and she closes her eyes and gives a deep sigh. I would say it's coming from the direction of wanting to protect Michiru. A second should have passed, but that second felt like an
一つだ
eternity
け
to
教
me.
えてください。もしかしてあの時コルウス・アルブスで無理やり聞き出さなかったら今も君は私たちに何も言わなかったんですか？
Oh yeah, absolutely.
沈黙は肯定と同じ意味です。
Couldn't say anything in reply. As much as I hate to admit it, they would definitely still be unaware. Never would have mentioned it if it weren't for the mess. She bites her lip. Why is she angry? She and Amaro both know my secret. Even though it was only because of Corvus Albus, they still know it. Hey, what are you making that face
自
for?
分だけ何も言わないなんて君は卑怯です。
Would you call me a coward?
あの時のこと倒れてしまうほどの思いのこと否定はしないけど
I can't tell what you're trying to
古
say.
賀君は
What is it already?
どうして黙ってるんですか？秘密を
I already told you it's because I don't want that many people knowing about Michiru's
違いま
powers.
す。どうして秘密にしているのかの理由黙っていました。さっき初めて知りました。
Hold on, you're not making any sense. Only talking about why I didn't tell Murakumo and the
違
others.
います。違う。そうじゃなくて
What do you
私
mean?
は全部話しました。信用しろと言うから。でも君は違って。
Yeah, that's not even what we're talking about. That has nothing to do with.
ストッ
Whoa!
プごめん途中からすごく聞こえてきてた。で、今回はミッチーが悪いと思う。
Okay, interesting. So it really seems like Muko's trying to open up. It seems like she really took like the whole thing we kind of talked to her about, you know, not keeping so many secrets, and we're trying to help you, and you know, we're trying to be your partners, right? And we want like that trust there. I think she's really trying to do that. She's taking that to heart and really trying to be open with us. And I think she's just kind of expecting that to be reciprocated. And I feel like she's kind of calling us out on it, right? That we're kind of playing this like, oh, okay, don't do as I say, not as I do type thing. He's not really being open and honest with everybody else. And you know, I don't think his reasoning is terrible. I don't think it's absolutely crucial that everybody knows, but at the same time that he is lying, he is deceiving people, saying he's somebody he's not. And in reality, if someone did that to me, I would say, yeah, I wouldn't really be able to trust them because I put my trust in this person, but that's not even who they are. That's not even their real identity. You jump in and that's the first thing you say.
だからストップ。ミッチーの言ってることもわかるよ。でもね、俺も思った。きっと牛尾さんと同じこと。
Which is, now it's Amara's turn to look me straight in the eye. He puts his hands on his waist like he's lecturing.
あのね、俺も牛尾さんもミッチーのこと大事に思ってるからこそ話してほしいって考えちゃうんだよ。
But I am, and you already know my real name.
違う。分かってないな。そっちじゃなくて、ミッチーがそれを秘密にしていた理由のことだよ。
The reason I kept my secret a secret, does he mean by not wanting anyone to know about Michiru? I guess I never did mention it until now.
そういうの大事なことだと思うし、なのに何も話してくれないなんて、そりゃ牛尾さんだって拗ねるよ。
ちょっと待ってください。私は拗ねてませんけど。
You're sulking about
拗
it.
ねてません。
No, I am not.
ああ、もうごめん。またややこしくなっちゃった。
なんだ、また血は喧嘩か？
Always. Who are you calling lovebirds?
人聞きの悪い。
はいはい、わかった。だいたいクソコガが悪いって話だろ。
Okay, you win this time, Shizuka. Being now old times acting like a senior, huh? More importantly, help us take care of these
て
books.
めえは忘れてるかもしれねえけどな。俺は実際先輩だっつーの。
Alright, Shizuka-chan. Really now? Ah, there are books over there
おい
too.
待てこら、待て。
まったく想像し。
牛尾さん、俺たちも片付け続きしようか。
そうですね。まったく今日は無駄に疲れます。
でもさ、ミッチーって本当に弟思いだよね。
I don't know, y'all pointed out to me that it's his little sister, most likely, because Michiru is a girl's name, right? But then he says little brother, and I'm like, which is it? I don't know.
あれなんか牛尾さんならさすがに過保護では？
それはまあ。
Interesting, there was a lot of emotion in that. Everyone was on fire,
古賀君。でも彼にとってはきっとたった一人の家族なんですから。
そっか、兄弟だもんね。あ、そろそろ俺たちも行かないとまずいかも。
Interesting. So we got a little bit more of Koga backstory, a little bit of Muko backstory. Interesting. Okay, I think that's a good way to end off the episode. We'll end it here. How about that? Good episode so far. We kind of wrapped up the whole dream thing. We got to see what was going on with Aoi. We're talking about the homunculus. So like creating something that's kind of like an artificial life. There was a lot of little topics in this episode. Definitely going in a lot of directions. Shizuka, still talking to the fairy about their promise. He still has that mark in his hand that we noticed, but we didn't really like peer into. A lot coming up. I feel like we have a lot of different ways the story could kind of progress from here. Hopefully we'll start looking for Matsuki. That would be cool if we kind of got to see like something happen with that in this, you know, in the game. I want to say episode, but technically there's episodes in the game, so hopefully we'll start to get some answers with that. Kind of start peering into that. We have the whole thing with Adelheid and Louis. A lot of exciting stuff to look forward to. I'm really into the game right now, so hopefully we'll get some answers soon. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one.